I now give the floor to the representative of Pakistan.
Mr. President, we thank SRSG Leonardo Santos Simao for his comprehensive briefing and commend his outreach efforts in fostering inclusive political dialogue and promoting peace and security in West Africa and Sahel. We also thank Ms. Seema Sami Bahoz and Ms. Lavinia Adai-Mense for their useful insights. We all would also like to offer our deep condolences to the government and people of Ghana on the tragic helicopter crash yesterday. The latest report from the Secretary General outlines the complex and interlinked political, security, humanitarian, and development challenges facing West Africa and Sahel region. We acknowledge the quiet diplomatic engagement underway, including the continued efforts by Economic Community of West African States, the African Union, and other regional actors to promote consensus-based transitions, safeguard regional integration gains, and strengthen collective security arrangements. We note the progress made in advancing the participation of women and youth in decision-making processes in several countries, while recognizing the significant barriers to their full and meaningful inclusion persist across the region. Having said that, we share the concerns related to the evolving security situation in the region. Terrorism presents a clear danger. It is alarming that terrorist groups such as Jamaat Nusratul Islam wal Muslimin and the Islamic State Sahel province have expanded their operations. Similarly, there has been an increase in cross-border terror incidents as well as evidence of transnational interlinkages between terrorist groups and criminal networks. Of particular concern is the use of increasingly sophisticated methods, including the use of unmanned aerial systems and improvised explosive devices by these terrorist groups. The Security Council has played a pivotal role in advancing peace and security in the region, particularly through the deployment of United Nations peacekeeping missions. Pakistan, too, has contributed to the Council's peace and security agenda by consistently providing peacekeepers, including women peacekeepers, to various UN missions. We take pride in our contributions to UN's efforts and successful endeavors to restore peace in several countries, including Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Cote d'Ivoire. Mr. President, allow me to make the following points. 1. A comprehensive and multidimensional approach to countering terrorism and violent extremism needs to be adopted, focusing not only on kinetic actions but also on addressing the underlying root causes. In this regard, we urge the international community to expand training and capacity building support for our African partners. Pakistan reiterates its readiness to actively share its expertise and experience in this domain. 2. Regional engagement and cooperation is crucial for collective security architecture to effectively counter terrorism, including cross-border terrorism. Support for regional security frameworks, including ECOWAS Standby Force, the Accra Initiative, and the Lake Chad Basin Multinational Joint Task Force is essential. We welcome recent efforts by ECOWAS and the African Union to expedite counterterrorism coordination mechanisms and encourage continued support to African-led solutions. The holding of informal interactive dialogue last month did point out to the importance of counterterrorism responses with regional ownership. 3. The international community must support efforts to strengthen governance structures and enhance the capacities of local institutions in line with nationally identified needs and priorities. These efforts should be guided by the principle of African solutions to African problems. In this context, fostering inclusive and representative political processes remains vital for ensuring sustainable peace and stability across the region. 4. The humanitarian situation is alarming as the region continues to face multifaceted challenges, including food insecurity, poverty, inflation, and the worsening impacts of climate change. The sustained provision of humanitarian assistance and support for inclusive economic development remains essential. We are encouraged by the progress under the United Nations Integrated Strategy for the Sahel, particularly the launch of its 10 flagship programs, which provide a comprehensive and nationally owned framework for addressing interconnected challenges. Last, we echo the Secretary General's call for the urgent acceleration of efforts to reform the international financial architecture with a view to enhancing its ability to effectively support developing countries, particularly those in West Africa and Sahel, in accessing adequate, affordable, and sustainable financing for their long-term development needs. Mr. President, in conclusion, Let me reaffirm that Pakistan, bound by long-standing and brotherly ties with the countries of West Africa and the Sahel, stands ready to support all initiatives that advance peace, stability, and development in the region. I thank you.
Agradezco
I thank the representative of Pakistan for the statement.